Okay, class, very good. Now let's start writing our essay. So remember, our essay has always 5 paragraphs. We call it 5-paragraph essay. Vivian, what's the name of the first paragraph?
Introduction.
Introduction. What's the second paragraph?
Body.
And the last one?
Conclusion.
Very good. The first paragraph is the introduction. So let's talk about how we can make our introduction paragraph. Well, there's 2 very important things we need in an introduction. The first one is hook, and the second one is thesis statement. So there's no space for the hook here. I want you to get your pencil, and up here just write hook. We're going to do some hook ideas together. So a hook is a way to have the reader interested in what you're writing about. You want them to read your whole story, so the very first sentence, the beginning, should be fun, exciting, and even surprising, so that they read more. There's many different ways to do a hook. We could do a statistic or a fact. We could ask the reader an interesting question to make them think. Or we could also tell a story about ourselves, about our family. And that will make the reader interested to learn more about us. So let me give an example, Vivian, then you can give an example after. So one example of a hook is statistic, a fact. I might say, every year, 15 traditional houses fall down on people's head. Well, that's a very scary, dangerous fact. Every year, 15 houses are old, and so they fall down. When you read that, you want to read more. Really? Is it true? Does that happen in Seoul or only in Canada? Where does that happen? So that's a good hook. Okay, Vivian, can you make a hook using a question style? Can you ask me a question that's really interesting?
Did you know that traditional houses can be very dangerous?
Did you know that traditional houses can be very dangerous? Wow, really? I want to know more. My house is a traditional house. Now I'm scared. Let's read some more and find out. Yeah. A last kind of hook is I can tell like a personal story, something that is emotion or that has the reader feel something. So I might tell a story. One day, my grandfather, who lived in a traditional house, his house fell down and he went to the hospital. Oh no, when a reader reads it, they feel sad and they want to know more. What happened to the grandfather? So that's another good hook, a personal story. Okay, so we talked about 3 kinds. The first one teacher did was a statistic. Can you remember another kind of hook, Vivian?
Questioning.
Very good, a question. And what was the last one?
Personal story.
Yeah, some kind of a story, a very short personal story that gets some kind of feeling from the reader. Those are 3 kinds of hooks. Okay, good. What's the second thing we need in the introduction paragraph, Vivian?
Thesis statement.
Yeah, the thesis statement. So this is one sentence that is going to summarize our whole essay. So the thesis statement should talk about our body paragraphs. It's a short preview of our body paragraphs. So our thesis statement today, we talked about whether we like modern houses or traditional houses more. Which one we prefer. So let's see, we're talking about ourselves. So how can I start the sentence? Maybe I prefer. Okay, then you're going to put your idea here, modern house or traditional houses. Teacher's going to put modern houses. I prefer modern houses. And then we're going to put because. And you want to put your 3 main ideas, your 3 reasons, just shortly, why you prefer modern houses. So I'm just going to put blank, comma, blank, and then we're going to put and blank, and a period at the end. These are our 3 main reasons that we like modern houses better. Okay, so that is our thesis statement. Alright guys, go ahead and try to write a hook and a thesis statement now.